We're Jim and Vanessa. Thanks for taking the off-ramp to adventure.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, whatever it is. It's a beautiful day, simply marvelous. It's Labor Day, and we're out on the road.
It started out in the 60s this morning. Kentucky is having some fall weather. I tell you what, y'all, we are hopefully on our last weeks of summer.
We just passed a really cool place.
Oh, we gotta go back and get a picture
We
of
gotta
that.
get a picture of that, yeah. We don't really have a plan today. Can you tell?
Look at that. Look at that.
See?
This is what caught our eye when we first started into Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Oh my gosh, I hope you all can see this. That is called the Ashfeld Manor. Looks like they're redoing it. What do you think? 4 stories? They've got a lift ready to, oh my gosh, that's incredible.
And then there was this. Old gas station from like the 1920s. Love this kind of stuff. It's got a mailbox out front, so I'm thinking somebody owns it. But I can't help just coming up, taking a look. Okay, don't want to get you nosy. The gas station was cool, but I can guarantee you the Ashfeld Manor was haunted.
Oh, I'd agree on this one.
Creepy vibes, but cool. We're gonna hit the historic section of Harrodsburg. We found some really good information, and we just had to come down here.
That is one of the original tiny houses, right by the railroad track. Can you imagine the sound that that house would get? Right here, no joke.
This town is adorable.
And yes, he did say adorable before I got a chance to say it. Tattoo shop. Oh, how cute. Log tulip. And there's Jim, the normal place where he always stands when he's getting ready for a video. We got batteries? All right. Can you all hear that? That sound is the sound of some amazing full wind coming.
Look at this huge judicial center. Wow, I'm impressed.
What?
This
With the
judicial
town?
center, look at this.
Oh, I know.
Yes, if you think that's something, hang on. Can you see how steep the street is? But what's important is look down there. Can you see that steeple? Oh yeah, we're checking it out. And that, wow. You can seriously feel fall in the air today. It's kind of nice. After, what, 105-degree weather? It's just crazy.
2 days ago,
2 days ago.
we hit our 101, the hottest in Kentucky since 2012, I think. Or no,
2002.
2002, that's right.
It was hot. I was fascinated by these old churches, especially this one looks like it's been here since the 1700s. I'm not kidding. Of course, there's this old architecture too that goes, I don't know how far back, but it's awesome. Look at this. It just goes up, and that cross has a patina. That is just awesome. It's an Episcopal church, not a lot of stained glass. What a building. I just want to look at it. And then across the street, do you see that?
I did.
Look at that.
I was expecting to see one on the other side too, but
You wouldn't think this kind of architecture would be in what you would call a small town. The Episcopal Church has been here at least since 1862 because you've got General Polk came through here asking for prayer in 1862.
Just to think that that church was still standing.
Yeah. I thank you guys for joining us today. We know this is kind of a random thing, but we kind of like to do random things every now and then. We like it to be grand and glorious, but sometimes it's just cool to walk around. Keep in mind all these cool buildings we've shown you are in a 1-block radius in Harrodsburg.
1822.
This building?
Yeah, the houses around here
Wow.
are like 1822. A general lived there.
I can see it. Yeah, look at this.
I would say this one's a little bit earlier.
Like I said, this is just 1 block. This is that one we looked at a few minutes ago. Got to find out more about this. This is so Swiss castle looking. Love it. Did you say a butterfly landed on your hand?
It landed right on my hand, and I went to show it to you, and it went away.
Oh man. For those of you who might remember, Vanessa started a Save the Monarch Butterfly Garden. You want to give an update, hon?
It didn't work this year. We have got to get our garden out in bright sunlight. And unfortunately, where I planted it all, it's half sunlight. So we're going to try.
And a lot of rabbits.
Oh my gosh, a lot of rabbits. The rabbits went underneath it and ate the roots. And only about, what, 1/10 of the flowers bloomed.
Someday we'll show you monarch butterflies in our garden. Just stay with us.
That Whitaker Bank facade.
Feel like Abbey Road?
Yeah. Guys, what a great day. Oh my gosh.
Simply marvelous. One thing I miss are these brick walkways. No concrete. Look at this. Somebody actually had to take the time to place these bricks in order, and they're perfect.
Cemetery walking tour.
Cemetery walking tour?
No, that's not my thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at all this though.
Wow. This has got to be historic stuff. So broker auctioneer, and evidently this came out of some house they did an auction for. Reminds me of that song. What goes up? Spinning wheel, gotta go around. Never mind. We could be stars. You see this?
I know.
Develop your talent. Do we have talent?
Of course we do.
Of course we do.
We don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
We know we have it.
This is a drugstore?
Yeah. Deedman.
Look at that old pistol. And what was this thing? I know that thing's a pistol, but it's huge.
Oh, look. That's prescriptions, I guess?
I guess so.
It's the book. And that was where he would file them. This is right in the middle of the oldest town west of the Allegheny Mountains, which is the Appalachia.
And evidently
area.
near the Kentucky Fudge Company.
Well, that's what it used to be.
Deadman Pharmacy.
Yeah, Deedman?
Deadman, D-E-D.
Yeah.
Now,
How cool.
I'd rather think Deedman than Dead Man when you're talking drugs, yeah.
But they actually put a sign up saying historic. Oh, you got to get up close and personal there.
Looking at. What can we see?
This is inside the Deedman's drugstore. I just want you all to be able to see this one side, and it goes away. Sorry about that. But the whole side of this one over here is a candy. All kinds of candy inside. Glass jars. Oh my gosh.
Look at this. Old-timey sitting, having your milkshake.
And it's for lease. You know, I wonder if you could lease it for like a party or something. Wouldn't that be fun?
You know, anything is for lease for anything.
I know. Here, it's its original name down here on the ground. This has been here since 1865.
With these lights, very reminiscent of a movie theater, too. What?
Please put butt in gear before entering.
Wise words.
For your cigarette butt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my mind went somewhere else. It smells what?
Right in this area, it must be this building. It smells old.
Old.
Well, yeah, the buildings are from 1700s. 1600s?
1700s,
1700s.
1800s. They're old.
I love this town. I love it.
Smelling old. Cool thing is we can stand in the middle of the road and take a shot. By the way, if you live in Harrodsburg, when we were talking about it smells old, we didn't mean that in a bad way. We just mean we can smell the history. That's
yes.
Yeah, that's.
That was not the fact that it
smelling
smells.
old is.
We love this town, and we have talked about coming here for so long.
We have. Now we're here. Okay, I'm seeing New Orleans, French Quarter. You can see it too, can't you? This is just incredible. Look at the top of that building where it says 1892, the D.L. Moore building. They don't do adornments like that anymore. Wish they did. Hey, look, the Harrodsburg Party Place. Live music, family fun, Friday nights on Main. They've built this cool little area where they've got a nice little water feature. Friday nights. We got to come down here on Friday. Would this be a nice place to come on a Friday night or anytime?
I know.
Check out that water feature. This is something evidently the town laid out money for.
Oh my gosh, it's got an eye looking at you.
Where?
Right there. It looks like an eye.
There's an eye. See it? It's probably a camera.
Oh, look.
Oh, there's an iguana. What kinds of carvings? Is plants? Oh, this is neat. And you can feel that cool spray. Despite the fact we're feeling fall today, it's still a little warm. I love this. Just a little curious, you can't loiter in the park. Okay. Of course, I guess hanging out is not the same thing as loitering. I don't know. Maybe you just want to chill for a while in the park. Yeah, I guess that'd be okay. Yes. Look at this. Love those colors. This downtown is very adventurous. They don't stick to the old color schemes that are safe. These are fun. You got history everywhere you turn. Look at this. Across the street, that boutique. You know, that's a classic building. Like this. And that old gas station down there.
Ooh, let's go to that.
Oh man, we gotta check that out. I would say circa 1970s. Not sure it's open anymore, but oh, I love those gas pumps. Wish those garage doors were open. They've got a couple of classic cars in there. I'd love to take a look at those, but
We might want to ride a little bit on the outskirts of it just to
Yeah.
see what the houses look like.
everywhere you look, a lot of towns take these old buildings like this and tear them down, build something new, and yeah, I guess it kind of looks exciting, but it just doesn't have the same character. This town has character.
Is that the alarm for the tornado? Is that what that is up there?
That is a tornado alarm right there.
Yeah.
You never want to hear that in the middle of the night. Don't ask us how we know.
We've heard it before.
Don't want to hear it in the middle of the night.
Why are all these old towns built on hills?
Because it's hilly.
Oh, there goes a train!
Just a quick snapshot of downtown. I liked it. You like it?
I did.
But you ready for what's next?
Yes. So we're going to end right here, and we'll pick you up at the next mark.
Train's coming.
Okay, coming up, we were getting ready to leave Harrodsburg for our next stop, but we had to put this in first. These are incredible. This one looks like it's needing some renovation. How beautiful is that? And then look at this one. Do you think it's just because of the color? It's not extremely big, but it sits at the end of a road, and when you're coming out of town, you just see these two homes. They're amazing. Look at this one here. Oh my gosh, we've always wanted to tour it. Look at this. I'm blown away.
We are in Crab Orchard, Kentucky. Now, that's not a place you go to get crabs. This is where you find the Howard Theater. Built in 1947, and some of America's biggest stars played here. Loretta, Lynn, Conway Twitty, the Osborne brothers. Jerry Lee Lewis said this was the toughest place he ever played. I don't know if it's still open, but they've got some posters up. Makes you wonder. Think about it, for Jerry Lee Lewis to call it the roughest place he'd ever played.
I know.
That had to be rough.
But you know, it sits at like a main street, kind of road leads right into it, and really that's all that's here.
Yeah.
I can imagine how wild that was when he was there.
Pretty wild little town, I'm sure. We're in one of the most iconic places where the Civil War took place. We're in Perryville. 38,000 soldiers fought here. 7,000 lost their lives. And this is the monument to those soldiers. Very awe-inspiring. Of course, this is the Confederate Memorial. And this evidently was placed here not that long ago. This is known as the Perryville battlefield. The reason we're here is because this is listed as one of the most accurate battlefields that still exists. In other words, what you see today is what they saw a couple of hundred years ago.
Another interesting story about this area right here and this battlefield is that Mr. Bottoms owned a lot of the land that they were fighting on. And when the Confederate left in the middle of the night, from Perryville, although it was a tactical win for them, they left as soon as fighting had started. And they found out that they left all of their wounded, all of their dead. And so Mr. Bottoms personally got a lot of the people in the countryside, and he tried to name each person, write it down in history, as well as bury them. There was too many for him to do that. The Confederates did later come back and get a lot of them and take them home to Jasmine County, I think is what the county was. But it's an interesting story. One man couldn't stand the fact that the men were laying there not buried. It's a cool story. I had always heard about the Battle of Perryville, but I never really knew that much about it. And we're still not getting to see a lot of it. But hopefully we can give you a little bit more as we do some sightseeing.
That's what we're calling it today, sightseeing.
There you go.
And it's Labor Day. We're not laboring too hard though. They've got a museum. We're going to see if we can get inside and get any more information. Okay, we went into the museum. They said we had to go through the state of Kentucky and to go into the museum, and well, we can't have it happen today. So we're going to take a drive. They gave us a map on how to get around to the battlefield and where the battlefield ended. And we're going to see the house of the man who originally bought the land. It did tell us there was about 1,200 acres. And this is like 3 miles, I'm not sure what they said.
3.5 miles.
Well, 3.5 miles of gravel. And we'll try to see a few of the markers. Some tight little bridges. Man, look at that. Actual historic cannon.
This is where, on the right here is what you're seeing now, was the night in October when the main battle happened. So all this area over here was actually where it happened, and then the Confederate soldiers left, and this was full of the soldiers that had been left behind. The man that actually owned the land where the Perryville battle is right up here on the left. We're not going to it's right here in front of us right now. People live in it now, so they ask that you don't take pictures of it. And right here is a sign that talks about it. We really can't stop. We don't normally show videos like this. We like to keep our videos very upbeat, where we're laughing and having fun. But I don't know, there's something about this being a day. I know it's not for
Memorial
war.
Day or anything like
Nothing
that.
like that. But it just seemed kind of solemn. And when we saw Perryville and realized this was one of the most important things that had happened in our state, we just decided to make a little mini video about it.
Yeah, it's pretty important that this never happens again. Guys, we got to keep ourselves together.
Thanks for watching.
It's a bustling bit of a downtown. There's people out.
Click the subscribe button and notification bell to follow our adventures and know when we publish a new video. Tattoo shop. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and tell your friends about us. And remember, adventure is as close as the next off-ramp.
I love their attitude. Ragged Edge Community Theater. Don't come here expecting the average. We've been looking for the Ragged Edge Theater, but we don't see anything that looks like a theater. Do you see anything that looks like a theater? Did I miss it?
No, where'd you get Ragged Edge at?
Back there on that sign.
Oh, yeah, it's right there. It's
Oh.
that whole building right there with the columns.
Oh,
Yeah.
paying attention, not my strong point. We wanted a turret in our house so when people came over, they could tour it.